Hey everybody, happy Friday. Happy about an hour away from kick for the Euro 2024. And on this day when Amadeus has predicted Scotland will beat you, I'm just teasing. I know you like that Scottish team, and we'll have some fun watching, seeing how it works out.
Yeah, look, we'll see what happens. Today's the big day. The tournament finally kicks off. They'll probably be doing the opening ceremonies very soon for it, so it's gonna be it's gonna be a good time, exciting match. A lot of people have Germany walking over Scotland today, so we'll see what happens. It's gonna be. Like I said, every match matters. So there's definitely no meaningless matches in these first few games. That's for sure.
Let me ask you a question with this regard. These opening matches, let's say, obviously you have one side better than the other. I'm not saying that is the case in the opener here, but there are some theoretically on paper mismatches. Is part of the strategy to, if you can score 5 goals on a team, you score them?
Yeah, definitely. That definitely helps out because you never know, especially with only three matches. You can get situations
Right.
where you get some ties in the group, and it'll be huge. The goal differential is what separates.
Mhm.
That's the tiebreaker pretty much
Right.
when you're tied for points. So it's going to be very important. Absolutely, right. That's what we talked a bit yesterday about how these
Mhm.
teams that are outmatched, they really they have nothing to lose, especially if it's the last match day and a 4-0 loss isn't going to hurt you more than a 1-0 loss. You need the points regardless. You're going to see those teams pushing. They're not just going to lay down and die, but yeah, vice versa as well. If a team can put 5-6 past you, they're going to try to do that because that 5-1 5-0 result, that could be what
Right.
ends up winning the group if they finish tied with somebody else at the end.
Mhm. All right, so let's take a look. We've got some interesting games. We touched on the games, the Saturday games yesterday. But any thoughts on Saturday, Sunday? There's a lot of fun games. There's 6 games.
Yeah. So we talked about these three on tomorrow yesterday. So we'll touch more on the
Mhm.
Sunday games today. The first
Mhm.
Sunday game, the 9 a.m. one's going to be Poland and the Netherlands. And I know you mentioned the Netherlands was a sneaky team that everybody's on the lookout for in
Mhm.
this tournament. I do think they're a very good team. I was high on them in the last World Cup. I don't think they're going to win this Euro Cup, but that they definitely could make a deep run. I think they can get out of the group here. They're in a group with France and Austria. So, uh, France is obviously the big favorite in there, but Netherlands, the second place spot is going to be up for grabs. And Poland is a team, I mentioned that I believe Lewandowski got injured in training camp, and he's their
Mhm.
best player. He's really a lot of their goal production, and now he's not going to be available for the tournament. So Poland is, yeah, they were already a weak team coming into the tournament, but now without Lewandowski, their chances are really bleak. I gave them out in an article that you can find on BigAl.com to finish at the
Mhm.
bottom of the uh, group that they are in. So fourth place finish for Poland, and that was before Lewandowski got injured. So I wasn't too high on this Poland team with him, and now without him, like I said, I think their chances are very bleak to perform well in this tournament.
Going from slim to none, huh?
Yeah, definitely not a strong team. They're not very good defensively either, so I think they can get themselves into a lot of trouble.
All right, cool. All right, okay. Let's talk a little bit about the golf and the U.S. Open. Uh, Talking about having a day, right? Rory got out there this morning and put up a 72, which is basically a 2 over par. 70 is the par at Pinehurst number 2, and so he dropped down to -3. Now everybody, at least on my leaderboard, let me put it that way, everybody who's in front, which is Thomas Detry, McCantley, Bryson DeChambeau, and Alberg. Delhi at 5, Cantley at 5 under, Bryson and Lindbergh at 4 under. Rory's at 3 under in the clubhouse. So those guys ahead of him, the four guys that I just mentioned, ahead of Rory, haven't started yet. So we'll have to see. Now, no, I'm sorry. Detry is through 16, so he's at -4 for the day so far.
Yeah, DeChambeau also is done there at -4, but Ludwig, Aberg, and Cantley, they're just starting off. And you said Aberg was -4. Well, he's about to be 5 under because he actually birdies this first hole. So it's
Wow.
yeah, he's the favorite right now at +350. He has moved into the favorite spot. DeChambeau in
Wow, I'm
second
surprised
at
about that.
+400.
Wow. They're giving this kid quite a bit of juice then, huh?
Yeah, and you know what's crazy? So Cantley is +650, and he just started too. I guess he's in the same group as Aberg because it says they're both through two, and
Right.
he's even. Aberg's 1 under. But yeah, you can get Cantley at +650, and he's leading the way right now, right? And it's funny because he's behind Rory McIlroy. They have McIlroy at +450. And Rory's done for the day at 2 over. So, they still very high on Rory. They think he's going to do something on moving day. We'll have to see. But, yeah, I think there's a bit of value on Cantley at the +650 just because, yeah, he could lay an egg today. He could also finish another 3 under and be leading again at 8 under by the end of the day.
I'm looking through missing persons to find out where Scotty Scheffler is.
Yeah,
We have
it
to
must have
go to
been,
we have to go to a milk carton. Yeah.
he's getting Tiger rubbing off on him and not in the right way. I heard that
Oh,
before the tournament started, Tiger went up to Scotty and gave him a little fist bump and said, welcome to the felon club," I guess, because now
I guess.
with Scotty's recent law trouble with the law down at that other
Right.
tournament, yeah, him and Tiger, they got something to bond over now.
Right. It's like the old country song. I fought the law and the law won. Yeah. It's interesting too. The thing, where's your DeChambeau on that? Did you just mention DeChambeau?
Yeah, he's 4 under.
No, no. I'm on the betting list.
Oh yeah. He's second at +400, right behind Aberg.
Oh, man, I the one thing Bryson DeChambeau. I mean, Bryson is good with the long game. He's got a pretty decent short game. He cannot putt to save his life. And this is a course where if you can't putt, you're doomed. I mean, he can certainly prove me wrong. No question about that. I've been proved wrong many times, but
No, I agree
that's
with
the
you.
thing. Mm, yeah. So I like Patrick McKinley. I do. I agree with you on that one. I think he is. He's the kind of guy. He's been there before. He doesn't. He's not flappable. He's a grinder, and that's what you need in terms like this. Just they go out, they hit the shot. If they make a screw, if they screw up, then they got instant amnesia, and they just keep on moving. So he's a grinder.
Yeah, I'm with you on DeChambeau. He's not very consistent. I think he could easily, screw up over the weekend. And again, you're getting him at +400, and you're not getting a lot of upside because he's already done today. At least, yeah, he's
Hmm.
locked in at 4 under. But you got two guys that just started, Aberg and Cantley, who are basically, ahead of him now by one stroke, and they could finish well ahead of him by the end of the day. So I think, yeah, there's more value on Cantley right now at that +650 because he's got more upside and he can still finish under for the day and even put himself a few more strokes ahead of the field.
There's a couple of guys down as I start looking down this list that might warrant, and I want your opinion on it, might warrant some concern, some potential thoughts, and that would be Matsuyama. is 2 under. He's only 3 off the pace at the moment, which is not bad, and he's he's solid. Um, and then you've got Xander, Scheffler. Scheffler is at 1 under. So he he has proven, as has Matsumoto, that they can move when Saturday comes. They can move. So I don't know. I'd keep an eye on those two guys.
Yeah, definitely. Scheifele just won one too, so he's
Yeah.
obviously playing well right now. So you never know with him. I did find Scotty Scheffler, by the way, in case you're wondering.
Oh, I
He
am. Where is he
yeah he
still? Is he still in Pinehurst, or did he leave?
yeah he's gone. He left. He's done for the day, and he finished 4 over. He's now 5 under for the tournament.
Ooh,
Or sorry, five
5 over.
over, not under. Yeah. And believe it or not, Tiger Woods is actually beating him. Tiger Woods is 4 over for the tournament, and he
Oh
just
man.
started his round. He's through 3 and he's even. So we'll see if Tiger plays himself back into the cut, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, that's the bionic man, Tiger Woods. It's I saw quotes yesterday from a number of different golfers, and obviously from members of the press, and just kept saying, "I can't believe that Scotty Scheffler is having the kind of day he's having." What? But everybody's human. I mean, my gosh, you can't go out there and put up 67, 68s every time you step on the course.
Yeah, and this always happens, right? The same thing happened with Rory in the PGA Championship. This guy won the last
Right.
tournament, right? There was all this
Hmm.
hype around him coming in. And like I
Right.
said, he's always the favorite in the tournament, but he's not going to win every tournament. So you got to really
Yeah.
pick and choose, especially in these majors. Everybody's going for this. This obviously these are the ones you want to win. So yeah,
Mhm.
it's going to be a lot of competition, and he's just having a bad day for sure, 100%.
Well, and we've talked about this. The course, Pinehurst number two. If you're not right, this thing will eat you alive. And you know, there's not a better golfer on the planet at this point than Scotty Scheffler. And if he's off just by a little bit, this place will punish you. And it punished him yesterday.
Yeah, and a lot of that came today. He was 1 over yesterday. He finished 4 over
Hmm.
today. So he just got completely dismantled by the course, and he might not even make
Yeah.
the cut now. I don't know what the cut line is, but 5 over is going to be tough to make the cut, I would think.
Yeah, because there's so many uh, players in that mid range of 1 under to even to 1 over, makes 5 over kind of, that would possibly be the cut line, but I don't know.
Yeah,
It just
so I'm looking.
depends.
I'm looking at Bet365 right now, and they actually have it. The projected cut line is exactly what you just said, 5 over. So at the moment,
Mhm.
Scheffler is just making the cut.
Just,
Yeah, there's
just.
about so he's in the top 79 is what
Hmm.
he's in 79th, and I would say there's at least almost 20 guys tied for 79th there. So the cut is basically
Hmm.
the 100 players.
Yeah, it's based on, it's actually based on what the score is of the leader.
Okay, so yeah, we
So
got 5 over is what it looks like right now. Obviously, that could change. Cantley
that
and
that's a 10. That
Aber
would be
just
a 10
started.
strokes. Yeah, that would be a 10 strokes, swing.
Yeah,
Um, and that might not be the cut. The cut may move to 4.
yeah. Like I said, Aberg and
So,
Cantley just started. So if they start pulling away a bit,
mm,
100%, we could see that. So we'll have to. I mean, and he can't really do anything, right? Because he's done for the day. So
yeah,
he's just gotta hope that he falls in that cut line.
If perhaps he'll have his driver take him home and not choose to drive to away
Maybe
from
he'll just
Pinehurst,
stay at the
given the
clubhouse.
traffic issues. Right, they'll just stay in the shower area back there, back, sit down and play video games and watch the rest of the tournament on the big screen.
Yeah, he'll be the next morning when everybody comes in. He's got the towel on his arm. Okay, where's your locker? Over here, sir.
Oh, the Jason Worth way. Yeah. Couple other quick items here as we cruise on. We have the opportunity to have something that hasn't happened since the 1970s, and that is a sweep in the NBA Finals and a sweep in the NHL Finals.
Yeah, it's been wild. I mean, Boston, clearly they were the best team in the NBA all season, and they've been destroying in the playoffs. They've lost 2 games. They won their first series 4-1, their second one 4-1, and then they swept the Pacers in the Eastern Conference Finals. So that alone is impressive. And now they're on the verge of sweeping the Mavericks. So definitely, well deserved for the Celtics. They're obviously, it's never been done before where the 3-0 comeback in the NBA. So you never know. Maybe Dallas comes back, but both of these series pretty much seem over. And even with the Panthers, they've definitely, they've given the Oilers everything that they can handle. The Oilers just they can't crack Bobrovsky. Haven't been able to score goals. Their star players like McDavid and Draisaitl have disappeared completely in this series. And it looks like the Cup will once again elude Canada.
Well, ironically, the Cup, if Florida wins it, right, that will make 4 cups for teams in the Sun Belt in the last 6 Stanley Cup playoffs.
Yeah. Even just, the state of Florida alone with all those years. Tampa.
Well, yeah, 4 of them in the state of Florida, yeah. So it's, one franchise in Tampa is drawing the other franchise, near Miami. I'm not going to say it's Miami because it's not.
Florida, where Miami. They barely have ice and don't even care about the sport, but got 4 of the last 6 cups.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they sell out at Tampa. They've got season tickets. They're sold out for the season for the last 6 or 7 years. So they support their team. The one in Miami out by the Everglades. They're getting a lot of support from Gators, but that's about it. The Python chase. But yeah, it's going to be wild. We got stock car racing this weekend, and we've got the 24 Hours of Le Mans, which begins tomorrow for those of you on the East Coast at 10 a.m. So if you want, you can watch it on Max. That's where you can stream it. And you can also watch it on the Motor Trend channel, which is basically on most cable systems around the country. So if it's Motor Trend or Max to watch the 24 Hours of them all in that situation. Baseball this weekend, don't really see any necessarily compelling matchup. They're all interesting, but not compelling. But we're getting there. Starting tonight, the College World Series actually started already. The College World Series, and they will play, through the weekend, and then come back. And the 2 teams that make it through the weekend will play a best 2 out of 3 next weekend for the World Series championship. So there you go with that. And let me see, anything else we need to catch up on? By the way, all those games, if you're a College World Series fan, all those games are going to be on ESPN. So not to worry, you'll be able to see them all. And I don't know. Anything else going on this weekend that you'd like to chat about?
Yeah, just the Euro Cup. Really, that's it for me. It's these are the dog
Mhm.
days of summer now. We're getting down to it where it's just baseball and soccer. You got WNBA, and other than that, really, there's nothing going on. And obviously, the CFL just started, but some people keep tabs on that, others not. Some treat it more as like a preseason for whatever, just up to NFL. But yeah, it's a Euro Cup weekend for me, that's for sure.
Absolutely. I mean, you're going to be stuck right there watching every minute of it. Where can you watch it in Canada on television?
I believe the games are just shown on TV. I'm not sure who the provider is. Probably
Oh, you mean
TSN.
like CBC or somebody like that?
I would assume it's TSN. They usually show all that. It might be Sportsnet, but I doubt it. I think it's probably TSN just because they don't really have Sportsnet has the Blue Jays and baseball. TSN doesn't really have any other sport other than CFL, and that's more of a weekend thing. So I would assume it's them, but yeah, not 100. Don't quote me on that. Not 100% sure.
Well, I'm checking for you. By the way, Eric Shanks, my old buddy, if you happen to be listening, get a streaming service for gosh sakes. This is crazy. They're only on the air broadcast, which Fox or on FS1. So um, not it's crazy in these days of streaming. Only Fox has chosen not to decide to put together a streaming service. We'll see. Let's see. All right. I'm checking real quick. How you watch Canada? Just because we want to make sure the Canadians can see all the action. Um, and of course, the amazing research department we have here is rushing through it all. Okay. Yeah, how to watch your TSN, TSN Plus, if you're in the French area, parlez-vous français? TVA is your channel, and also TVA watching on your app or on their website. So you can, if you're looking in Canada, it's on TSN everywhere, and TVA if it's in French. Here in the United States, it's on Fox and FS1. So all the good stuff coming. So speaking of all the good stuff coming, I know you've got a lot of good stuff coming. Let's talk about what you've got picked for the weekend.
Yeah, make sure you check out my premium picks at bigout.com, pickadvisor.com, theinsidersroom.com. The links are in the description below. Tonight, you can get my action, obviously this Euro Cup game at 3 o'clock. And I also have, after that, some action on the pitch in Argentina that you can check out, as well as one baseball play. And I have my action up for tomorrow in the Euro Cup, so make sure you go check that out as well.
There you go. And keep checking back over the weekend because there'll be more stuff I'm sure that'll be popping up there.
Yes, of course.
There you go. All right, boys and girls. It's been fun. We hope that you have a safe and wonderful weekend. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. And we will return on Monday to review what happened over the weekend at Euro Cup and kind of give you a preview of what's going on this week. Okay? All right. For Amadeus, I'm Jim, and we will see you on Monday. Take care. Bye bye.